pads and put them right down, no shame, they're 10 and 8. But I feel like it starts then, talk to your sons, bring your sons out. My sons are so used to talking about periods at this point. They talk about it with their guy friends at school and they're like, whoa. But we want to erase that stigma, and it starts with our young daughters and our young sons and our husbands, brothers, grandpas, whatever. Everybody knows about periods. We just need to talk about it more. So anyway, that being said, we have a training, volunteer training this Saturday at the Carnegie Library in Lawrenceville from 3 to 4. At that event, besides having yummy snacks, we are going to really lay out and break down all of these committees, all the opportunities. You can get a chance to pack bags and then talk with those leaders that are going to be leading those committees and learn more information. We can answer more questions if you have any, and then you can join us and get involved and join the effort. So we hope to see some of you there if you're free.
I didn't catch your name, I apologize.
Julie Strickland Gilliard.
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome, thanks Julie. So, in a nutshell, no one deserves to feel weaker because of a natural need. It is natural. It's actually something that should be celebrated because you're a woman and being a woman is great, right? Yeah. No young woman should face losing class time because she is too embarrassed to ask for, can't afford, or cannot access hygiene products. That should not happen. And free tampons should be a human right. At the high price taxes on products, we feel are a violation of just basic human rights. And then we need to be mindful of our language. Don't avoid the topic. Don't make fun of the topic. So think about every time we probably have said period, at least someone has chuckled, even in this room today. At some point in time, we have to stop laughing at it, and it needs to just be a regular topic of conversation. The more we laugh about it, the more everyone else will laugh about it. The more people will just be, oh, she's on her period. Oh, she must be PMSing. If we want to make this a topic within the United States, I mean, it's already kind of discussion globally, we have to start taking it a little bit more seriously. So I challenge everyone not to make fun of it, not to make jokes, but be supportive. And again, celebrate it. So thank you very much for having us. I hope you learned a little bit of something. And feel free to visit us on our website. It's www.sisterfriend.org. Our email address is pretty easy, info@sisterfriend.org. We have a phone number, and then we are on all the social media channels, well, most of them. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I know there's a new social media channel I don't think we need a Snapchat tampons, but maybe one day. But thank you. Is there any questions now?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about your donors and the ways in which they donate. So what avenues are you exploring with respect to donations? Is it cash, or is it from, like, obviously Global Links gets donations that are leftovers from the hospital system. So what methods do you use?
So yes, and yes. We love cash because we're able to then just buy products wholesale versus you going into the CVS, maybe paying that $7, we may be able to get it cheaper. So we always feel that cash is king because we can make that dollar stretch a little bit further. That also enables us to get the brown paper bags, stickers, things that we may need. And like Julie mentioned, I forgot to mention, we do put a note of encouragement in each of these bags. So each bag has a little note in it, and I'm gonna open this one, that just may say something as simple as you're special, you're loved. Let's see what this one says. It's like a fortune cookie. You are strong and you are smart. So I always say, you never know when you just need a little pick-me-up. This might be the nicest thing someone said to a person all day. So it may save a life, you never know. But anyways, cash is always great. We have a GoFundMe page. As of right now, we're probably gonna be switching over to PayPal because we're gonna do a website redesign, so that probably will come down the line. But right now, a lot of people do online donations through that. People do product donations, so simply what you guys did, bring it pack of tampons or pads to us, and we have various drop-off locations around the city. And then we also will get grant money. So we apply for grants in the area, and then, you know, the generosity of larger organizations that may have a surplus of supplies, they can then turn around and donate to us, such as Global Links has.
I had a question about one of the things on your, the slide. It said 40 states oppose, tax. Did you mean oppose or do you mean impose?
Does it say oppose?
does,
I meant,
yeah.
they do.
Impose.
Yeah,
Impose.
so you have the wrong word there, because
Okay.
it said 40 states are against taxing.
Yes.
Yes, you mean impose.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
so anyway.
So typo, yes.
Yeah, but it.
But changes the meaning.
It
Yeah, so
changes the
40
total
states have taxes on feminine care.
And Pennsylvania is one.
And Pennsylvania is not one.
We don't have taxes?
We do not have taxes on feminine care products. So we do not have the luxury tax.
And then another question has nothing to do with that.
Uh-huh.
So, do some, girls and women come to like a certain place, like every month to get them? Do they just know that they can get them at the library or some,
Well,
the
we,
YWCA or something?
no, at this point in time, we have partner agencies, so
Okay.
we service the agency. So, for example, Bethlehem Haven is one of
Okay.
ours, or Light of Life. So those women know that these kits are there.
Okay,
And then they can pass it along on the street or however, word of mouth, and they would know that they would go there to get them.
Okay.
But at this point in time, they do need to go to a partner agency.
okay.
And how do you become a partner agency?
They literally just go on our website, there's a form to fill out, very simple, and that just gives us the basic information. And we will accept basically everyone, as long as we have the product to donate, we will give it to them. And then they actually have to, from that point on, reorder with us. So we do not, at this point, just drop off on a regular basis. They literally have to say they have a need, we're down to 2 kits, reorder more kits. In the very beginning, we were dropping off every month, here's 50. And then we were like, that makes no sense. Because that may be all that we have, being a new organization and counting on donations. So if they only need 10, that enables us to give 40 to another organization.
How many kits are you distributing a month?
On average, we give out about 250 to 300 kits a month.
What's in a kit?
10 tampons or 10 pads or a combination of the two. So that's, if I'm doing my math right, about 3,000 pieces of product a month. And I always laugh because we just got a major donation of tampons from Mike Feinberg's in the Strip. Everybody heard of that? The big
Yeah.
party store? They called me after they saw our article and was like, yeah, you know, would you be able to use 1,000 tampons? I'm like, yes, I'm coming to get them right now. But I'm looking at all these boxes and I was like, really, this is not even a month. I mean, it seems like so much, but it's not even a month now. So we go through a lot and hopefully we'll go through more.
Have you contacted the makers of these products?
They have, yes and no, they have programs that they've already worked with. So it's kind of hard to just call and ask. They will give you some free samples, but to get major
As a part of-
pieces, yeah, it's a little bit harder. So we're hoping that as people hear more about us, that we're able to get into some of those programs.
Maura, I wanted to, most of our volunteers, you can bring these products, I mean, this was a special collection, but you can bring those products at any time because they'll all be going to Sister Fred. It's a permanent partnership. And the other products, the incontinence supplies, that actually is all coming from you. It's consumers who are caregivers for, older family members that may pass. Even if they're in a facility, a senior care residence, assisted living, the facility cannot reallocate those to another patient. I know this happened just within my family. My parents, I worked here for 16 years, and they're like, we left all the adult briefs at the, I'm like, they're gonna throw them away. So, adult briefs, incontinence, any of those supplies can always come in here. And I know we're gonna be packing some of that today to get this first order ready for the Housing Authority, but that is something that you become advocates. You know, once you leave Global Links for surplus, and a lot of home care surplus is something that's where we're getting the material from.
And to kind of go along with what Angela said, and this is one point that I forgot to bring up, whenever you do donate, they can be they can be open packages, but they do need to be individually wrapped. So that's very important, because I know a lot of times we will get items that say, for example, panty liners. We don't really encourage the donation of panty liners. We really like to concentrate on pads and tampons because that's what we put in the kit. But a lot of times we will get panty liners, and sometimes they're not individually wrapped. So we have to give them as a full box. And what we do when we do get those types of items, I know this past year we did a big kind of like holiday box for one of the foster care homes that were all girls. So we put all the items that wouldn't traditionally go into like a kit. So like shampoos that people have given us, or deodorants, or anything you could think of basically that's hygiene related, we have been given. We just put into a big box and gave it to them. So they were able to use it. Any other questions? Yes.
Just a comment, there was, the article that was in the Post-Gazette also mentioned that you would take, new underwear.
Yes.
And
Yes. Thank you so much. We also do take new bras and panties as well, and those get donated as the need arises by our partner agencies. And we like them, they need to have the tags on it so we can verify that they're new. Larger sizes are always appreciated, so larger bra and panty sizes. Any other questions?
So with the hygiene classes in schools,
Mhm.
they're still sexed out, they're not co-ed? I mean, that's.
I can't speak as well to that because I
'Cause
went
you
to an
went to
all-girls
all-girls
school.
school.
So,
And we're old now. so-
yeah, and we're old.
But yeah, a lot of them are still segregated, and if they're not, it's not a big conversation topic. So,
So have you been able to talk with principals or go to the school?
we will be.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a goal for 2016.
yeah.
We actually have been in talks with a couple Pittsburgh public schools as well as some private schools to actually launch sister friend clubs in the school where the girls will get together, make packages themselves, and hopefully adopt an agency themselves, so it teaches them about their own bodies with the speakers coming in for them, separate from our Leadership Academy, but it also allows them to have some ownership over their own bodies and provide these items to other students that may be in need.
Tamara, is there value in putting the product through Sister Friend as opposed to giving directly to a feeding ministry? Do you get an in-kind credit for grants, or, I mean, because, we're going to serve the meal, we could just bring the product from our church and drop it off there, but is it valuable that it go through you so it's something that you can count for other purposes?
I personally would love it to come through us so that we can count and say, the community is supporting us. I think another benefit of going through us is that we're going to pack it and make sure it gets directly to the people that need them. So if you give just a package of pads, they can put them on the shelf, but it's not going to be packaged up. They have to figure out how to separate it. It still may be pieced out, versus us putting them in the kit kind of forces them to give them the month's supply that they need, instead of saying, okay, here's 2 or 3. Because when I started this and I was talking to a couple of the agencies, we work with Shepherd's Heart as well down by Duquesne University. And when Reverend Mike heard about us, I went down there and had a conversation with a couple of the people that work there. And of course, they had the same reaction. Oh, I didn't think about this. And then when the guy said, you know what? There was a woman that threw away her clothes. There was clothes in the bathroom, and he didn't understand why there were clothes in the bathroom. And then he realized the lady had an accident. So she had to throw away her clothes. I mean, a lot of times this is the only pair of clothes that they have. So he was like, oh yeah, that is a good idea. He was like, cause I gave her a couple, but a couple's gonna last you a day, if that. You need more than a couple. So then the woman has to keep on coming back and back and back and asking. So this enables them to kind of just grab and go. Had fast food. Yes.
Did you say that you are making efforts to put free products into schools?
Yes, that is a goal of ours.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I like that one,
That's a goal of ours. I'm starting small. I'm gonna do my workplace.
okay.
Well, and I think the other great thing is that, as Tamara said, in New York, this is starting to be a thing that people are talking about, which is great. because we'd like to jump right
Yes.
behind them. And so, even my children go to Pittsburgh Public Schools. And so even just my affiliation with Sister Friend, I've started to go in and talk to the school nurse, talk to the principal, and I think all of us have sort of started to do that, talk to school board members, to let them know, look, we're coming your way. So that they're sort of getting their minds wrapped around this, and so we can get some data from them also about, how often are girls coming in saying that they need product, what really is the need, and then we can move from there. So
Yes, look at
The universities?
Say that one more
Have
time.
you reached out to the universities?
For the free.
For like volunteering, because there's always the sorority groups, there's the inclusion councils, there's all of those programs.
Well, I'm not going to talk about our camera woman over here, but Susie, I met Susie because she was the president of the Campus Women's Organization at the University of Pittsburgh. So they actually did a wonderful donation drive in a whole, like a week?
A month.
Activities? A month of
Well,
activities.
it was one event, and then the drive lasted through the month so that people could come if they had forgot.
Yeah. So we do reach out to, or we reach out, but a lot of times they find us and they say, hey, can we do this? I've had sororities reach out and say, hey, I think this would be a good activity for my sisters. So I was able to send out a packet of notes. So they don't even have to see me, they don't have to meet me, I sent out the notes and they can send them back. So that was something that they could simply just do in their meeting. Each sister had about 2 or 3 notes, they wrote it, sent it back to me. And we also had the mortar board at CMU also had a donation drive for us and then invited us in to speak in a panel. So CMU, Pitt, pretty good names here in the city, so we're excited about that.
And also, I think as, Sister Friend grows and the programs grow, we're going to have a need for more and more people to get involved. So this is going to be evolving over the next several years.
Yes, definitely. Any other questions? Yes.
Who did your logo? Because it's just absolutely brilliant. You.
I'm just joking, I did. That's what happens when you start something, right? You do, you build the website and you make the logo.
Beautiful.
That's why I need all of your help. But, so, thank you, I appreciate it.
I was just gonna say, and speaking of the logo, when I was growing up, when you had your period, it was often said you had your friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Anyone else?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that,
That's what I thought.
I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
Explained it, but
I have
yeah.
my friend.
Yeah.
You kind of whispered that.
That's not used anymore?
Oh, there's a lot of things that are used.
The other funny thing is that when I was young, which was a long time ago, in the drugstores, the packages of sanitary napkins were wrapped in brown paper.
Yeah.
Ah.
So that people wouldn't even know that you were buying them. I mean, everyone knew because it was brown paper.
Yeah. The jig is up.
And we hope that one day everyone will know there are pads and tampons in here just because you have a Sister Friend sticker on it, but that's funny. That's funny. Well, thank you very much, and thank you to Global Links for having us.